And you have to have a confidence. Are you with me? I want to tell you how much astrocyte important in psychiatry and psychology department. When we do the EEG, electroencephalogram, the first thing we look for astrocyte. Make sense? Astrocyte is a very sophisticated point. Then, control the chemical environment, which means you are working in the factory, and that factory work with the dust, your astrocyte is going down. You're working in the hair salon, and every time you use the spray go to the air, go to your lung, your astrocyte is going to decrease. Correct? Every time you stay and working with the hookah, smoke, monoxide, carbon, this stuff, your astrocyte is going down. Make sense? So environment, we can use the mask, but it's not possible. Correct? This one is a huge job. This is a specific point of the pathophysiology of the astrocyte job. Only I can tell you is 400-500 pages for the doctor. They go to neurosurgery, neurologist. Then they are going and increase the processing of the information to the brain. Perhaps someone like, I don't know, John Smith, Jack London, John Steinbeck, Howard Foss, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Tolstoy, Lenin, those people, they're noble. Beethoven, Schopenhauer, Adam Smith, they have more basically activation of the astrocytes. Correct? Astrocyte can suppress by too much depression and pressure, can develop by more activation of the life. Two brothers, twins, one of them go to the Johannesburg, stay in the village in the middle of the Africa, another one go to Oxford. Both twins, identical. The guy in the Johannesburg, he doesn't listen, he doesn't receive the education, correct? He was smart, sharp to compare to other people, but he lost 25 years of his life. The other guy is going to be a PhD, a professor at the Oxford University, head of the science, neurology. Then they meet each other after 25 years.
Why they weren't raised together?
They do some research. They find them and they go after them. I heard about that, I read about that, correct. Separated by the accidental ability subject. Then they bring them. This guy was very sharp, smart, but he lost a time. How many years? 25 years, correct. Then they start working with him. He never catch up with the guy because this guy received a lot of information. Very good university, very good people, very sophisticated people. But he was able to go and be close to him, but never ever going to reach. He has a time from 25 to 100 years to be something like that. But he has to work very hard. Correct? So which means it's possible. Environment can change activation of astrocyte. It's important who is your friend. You go home, your friend said, let's go and have a study, let's go this one home. Say, homie, come on, let's go smoke, blah, nothing happened. One pulse, nothing here. Worker, you are, chicken, blah. That's the point. That's the way. I'm telling you, that's the true story. I can tell you this stuff. Parents, there are one more in California. One of the kids stay with the mother and father. He go to UCLA. The another one, by 14 years, go to the corner of the Van Nuys and Sherman Way with the gun, come behind the police officer, and come to the police officer, say, motherfucker, bang, bang, bang. Am I right? You know what I'm talking about? That was the research they did it here. Astrocyte is dependent to people you are living to that community, and it's very important. Done? I want you to remember how much astrocyte is important. Then look at the structure. It's a big spider. Okay? Then we go to macroglia. Okay, macroglia is this one. A spider, they don't cover the capillary. They don't cover, no capillary. What they cover, only nerve. Okay? They are small. They are oval shaped. Look, they are oval shaped. That's very important. If the shape change, the word function, structure change, function change. Correct? Remember that. Then they are going to have a huge basic process, migrate toward the injured area, phagocytics, microorganism, and nerve system. So what we can tell them, I can tell them they are very fast ambulance, very sophisticated ambulance crew. Immediately they come to the accident part. What they do, immediately they clean the street. Any accident over there, they have one job. As soon as possible to come to that location and clean the damaged area. Are you with me? So one more thing you have to know about the macroglia. They are small, they are tiny, they come in the nerve system. They kill in the area by phagocytosis. This one is another subject. Decrease by the abusing chemical, a material like chemotherapy, radiotherapy, cancer medication, and no more subject. Again, marijuana, crystal, methamphetamine, ether, chloroform, dust, environmental subject. Yes?
I don't know if I say anything. I just answered a question, make sure I got it right. Keep talking.
Okay. Macroglia is going to here. Let's go to ependymal cell. Ependymal cells stay inside of the brain and the spinal cord. Okay, look at the ependymal cells. They are going to be tall, they have macrovilli, and they are going to help to provide CSF, cerebral spinal fluid. Okay, CSF, cerebral spinal fluid, correct. So let's go here. They stay from the squamous to the tall column, correct? And they are ciliated. And they cover the brain and all of the cavity on the spinal cord. Damage to this one provide meningitis. Damage to this one can decrease the brain activity. Damage to this ependymal cells is going to make the brain to have low function. They are separated. CNS interstitial fluid from cerebral fluid from the cavity, which means if they have it in the brain, they have a different CSF. And in this cavity, they have different, but they are the same. And when you understand, then you go and talk about the cerebral spinal fluid structure. Is water, is glucose, is vitamin C. No bacteria, no blood, nothing. Clear blue, basically water, you are going to see it. Correct? They come from stratified columbra. Number 4 is oligodendrocyte, vocab. Oligodendrocyte is this picture. Okay, oligodendrocyte is going to be this one. Oligodendrocyte is a branches, and they are covering basically the nerve by the subject, we call it myelin sheet. Okay, oligodendrocyte cover my nerve in my brain. In here. Oh, this is the cover. Correct. This oligodendrocyte, again, they are sensitive with the environmental basically subject. And they are going to damage the body and they are going to make the problem. Make sense? I want you to pay attention to this point and you are going to understand what's happening here. Okay? So oligodendrocyte is going to be very important to display. Process of the oligodendrocyte. Nerve fibers. Good. We go to the peripheral nerve system. Peripheral nerve system, they have 2 parts. One of them is satellite cell. Let me show it to you. This is satellite cell. They are like a police sheriff in the police in highway. Okay? They're surrounding the neuron cell body in PNS. Okay? This is here. Look here. This is cell body in peripheral nerve system. And they cover it. Correct? And also, they are going to have a Schwann cells. Schwann cells provide the myelin sheet, okay, in the peripheral nerve system. Correct? We call it neuromyelocyte. And they're regenerated to the damaged peripheral fibers. If you cut your finger, correct? If you cut your finger and you suture it and put it to the same time, by this nerve, they are going to be okay. Example of that, Colorado, 2012, a guy go for a skiing, and they go to different direction. A cable was under the snow, and the speed was, they cut his legs. Good thing, couple of the plastic surgeon and neurosurgeon was in that area. They said, okay, go and bring the legs. They go a team and find the legs. How much sophisticated. They put it in the ice. And they transfer both of them to the Colorado hospital. They grafted. And this guy has a legs, but not as before. Because the nerve system here. Makes sense? That's going to happen here. If you cut your hands, if you clean it, you suture it, you wrap it up, this cells is going to repair the nerve.
I have a question.
So the Schwann cells, those form the myelin sheaths in the peripheral nervous. So the oligodendrocytes.
In your brain.
Okay.
Oligodendrocyte cover the nerve in brain. Schwann cells cover the nerve in highway, in your peripheral. Make sense? In downtown of the LA, oligodendrocyte killing the street and cover it. In the highway, Schwann cells cover it. Correct? Then you have satellite cell. Satellite cell stay in the corner of this, what you call cell body between 405 and 18, 405 and 10, 405 and 1. To that area, the brain need to have more activity. We call it basically satellite cells surrounding the cell body in peripheral nerve system. Look in my axillary, in my elbow, they have a very sophisticated satellite cells. Make sense? So remember, satellite and Schwann cells, they stay in peripheral. Oligodendrocyte, osteocyte, and macroglia, and the ependymal cell stay in CNS. Yes or no? Good. If you know it, my friend. Let's go and talk about the nerve system. Nerve system can survive from 1 day to, I told you, the woman in Mexico, they said is 124 years, but when they check her, it was 97. The woman in Russia, she said is 118. When they checked her, she was 88, 89. One woman in China, they said 117 is 117. We have two times. We have biological, basically, age, and we have paper age. Paper age is not very correct, very accurate. We go with biology by DNA. And we tell you when and how long your nerve is going to be. The oldest person in world, it was around 120, 140. Correct? So I want to tell you, nerve can survive that much for human bodies. Maybe the one snake can survive 200, 300, or dinosaur can survive. We don't know exactly to that point, but we talk about human body. Amniotic, okay, which means they are going to provide sentences. High metabolic rate, which means they can have maximum amount of the oxygen and glucose. Then you go to the amino acid, then you go to fatty acid. Correct? First carbohydrate and oxygen. You need in order, nerve, in order to survive, need oxygen, need glucose. What's the formula for glucose? C6H12O6. Then you need 20 amino acid. Then you need LDL, HDL. LDL, HDL, which means fatty acid. Then you know vitamins. Vitamins is two groups. Fat-soluble vitamins and what do you call that? Water-soluble vitamins. Then you need minerals. Like sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Are you okay? Am I helping you or no? I want you to understand. Your body depends on this stuff. First oxygen, then carbohydrate, then protein, then lipid, then nucleic acid, then mineral, then A, D, E, K, adic, then B complex and vitamin C. Yes? You have deficiency of that, you have disease, you have disorder. I'm going to give you the example. A person snore, crystal, methamphetamine, but 4 months after that vitamin C decrease, vitamin D decrease, they start to have a problem with the connective tissue. The tooth is going to stop. The skin is start to have sore. Correct? Brain activity is going to good. As long as they have medication, they are good. They don't have medication, they punch the wall. Personality is changed. Marijuana user is like that. They have marijuana, they're okay. They don't have it, they get excited. Heroin is worse. Heroin and addiction, like a very sophisticated. Are you with alcohol? Alcohol damages stuff. Correct? What you have to remember from here, you must know they are surviving, they are amniotic, which means they can do regeneration, and they're high metabolic with oxygen, carbon, everything. Correct. Then, good. I guess I want to tell you, you look up. You know, some of you are like that, you know. Correct? Okay, then nerve system. Look, at the normal way, okay, this is your nerve. What's wrong with this marker? They're brand new. This board, I think, is a nasty board, you know? Oh, God, yeah. I get old. Okay, this is the nerve system. Okay, look, at the normal position, I want to go to the point. At normal position, in your body, you have potassium inside the cells, sodium outside the cells.